So good day, welcome to Multinext design, continuation of the commercial building development that we are embarking on. Remember the last training we just stopped halfway because of certain issue that warrant urgent attention, but now we want to do a lot of development by arrange all these things one after the other, so you'll be able to see how this thing work theoretically. Some of the templates we have gotten them right there, so we are going to fix everything one after the other, one by one, so that you know that okay, AutoCAD template can actually be fixed with Revit. So we start from here. So I want to develop this ground floor plan. So what we do is I will click on a component. No, before components, let us first make all this wall a dark wall, so that we'll be able to trace whatsoever we need to trace at once. So what you do here is say Fiji on your keyboard. When you press Fiji on your keyboard, and you say object style. At the object style, go to wall, and here you go to default wall. Double click. After the double click, this will pop up. So go to your cut pattern. So the cut pattern, double click on the foreground, then you click on solid fill, click OK and click OK. So apply and OK, and everything will turn to black. So all your walls are now in a dark mode. So anywhere you go, whether in section, everything, so the dark part is what we're going to be seeing. So this will give you visibility, a clear vision on what you are designing. So click here and continue to develop. Control click similar. So wherever you see that the walls are located, so you'll be able to develop them consistently, so you are able to do with the whole objective. So remember, give grace to this, so we will be able to do a lot of work here. For those who are looking and waiting for maybe to be a particular breakthrough in some sort of learning spacing in the architecture for you, so follow through all this. And at the same time, if you are the first timer, kindly subscribe to this channel. Continue to watch most of what we have been creating and work consistently with them. You'll be able to learn a great lesson here and how to design under proper pattern. So click and continue to align, analyze everything. So the reason why our video are not cut on something is that we want you to learn perfectly on your own. It's not that we want to be doing things in a magical form that you just see we arrive at something. That's why we are taking this step by step, by allowing you to see through each tutorial the step we are taking, the mouse movement, and so on and so forth. So do not be in rush or being in haste to judge in any kind of our design development, because that is the way it works. So we are done with this, so we push to some level. Now there are some words that need not to reach the top, like this surface strip wall. So we create them by putting it here. So you change the height from here before you start the drawing. I'm changing it just like 900, just a little bit above ground. So you see, so this is what we'll be having. So here now I need to put all the doors where the door is supposed to be. So you go to architecture, go to the door. So you select the door. The double flush door is what I need first. So when I will check the property. Am I having the same? So I'm having the height, but am I having the dimension, the rough width, and everything are different. So let me see architecture. Let me choose the first one, edit it. Am I having what I need to have? So if I did not have what I need to have, what I just need to do is to duplicate and say okay, your 3, click OK. So if you put it here, if it's the same thing with what you have done, good. If it's not, look at the dimension, maybe it's what you need to do. So put it here, check the dimension properly, like from here, what are the dimension of the good? 1 1730. So here you change it, duplicate. From here, the first thing you need to do is the height. So make the height a permanent one in normal 7 feet, which is 2100. So that will be, then edit again. The reason why I'm doing that for you is that you will not make mistakes. So do 1730. The moment you click that, this will snap to original positions. Then you align what you want to align together. So you have seen it. So this door gives you a command over what you needed to do. So that is one for that. So you pick and double click, and you do the same thing here for this particular one. So remove this double door that have been placed. So align this to whatsoever you know that work with you. So now if you see that this door is same thing, do the measurement. You know that the design is not from Revit, so it's like you are borrowing template to fix up some certain things. So you look into it like this. So this one is 1400 in width. So you can do this and say duplicate this from editing, then you duplicate it with level 4, then you change the width here. So from the width you change it to 1400. Say okay. So it reduces, then align it. Good. So you see that it fall into place. So that is how you develop all this door and everything. So as we have done this one, you can now bring the toilet door into space. Click on this, go there, then you select the toilet door from the array of door that you have here. You click edit. So you can decide to duplicate, or since there are many, just use particular one that not that okay. You can change the height to 2100, and that is how you pick that into place and start to fix them where you need to fix. So you do that for the whole toilet. So that's how you trace everything one after the other till you get to the level that you need. Now the next thing is that these templates, are they going to, if you have a similar template, and let me see, you can have something similar with the one we are using here for the case. So you can decide to do something like that and fix them in an appropriate way. So many things we need to do, and those are the things that are more very necessary. So you go here, say architecture components this time around. So I'm using okay, Connelly dining. So why it's not fixing? The reason why it's not fixing is there. The reason it's not fixing is that there is no ground floor for this particular project we are creating first. So we have to create slab. So architectural floor. So from there you draw around by putting that in place. That was the reason why, because that particular dining set is designed with the wall, with the floor components in mind. So you must continue to work according to what Revit requires of you. So trim everything and see how far the whole situations. You have to break it into two. Yes. Good. So that's it. Click finish. Then go back to architecture and say click on components. So now see exactly what we are waiting for. So this is it, exactly the same templates. Beautiful. Exactly the same template that we are having here is what will be in place. So you can do that and begin to align them to wherever you think that they are okay. So the same thing we go for here. The components we want to see this little dining that we have to. So I think we have that dining in this place as well. So here exactly the same thing, exactly the same thing. Press center on your keyboard to rotate, so you get this in this space. So exactly. So the same thing you can do, and press center again to rotate and put it here. You do the same thing here as well. Good. So that is this the way you work on this project for now. So like this, you say create similar. So this door is more bigger. You can decide to duplicate it. Know the measurement of what you want to do. You want to work precisely based on some certain levels. So like this one is say 2000, that is 2300. So click, duplicate it, and say width, rough width is equal to 2300. So you click OK, then you fix it, rotate, align, and that is all. So this one is fixed as well. So that is how you work on those things. So you do the same thing here. Wherever you have, anywhere you have door, continue to work on that and paste it. But if it's not available, do not put what is not there in, because if you are doing modeling for a client, a lot of clients want precisely what is sent to you is what you should do for them. So just the skill set of following the individual what is it called, preferences, is what we are trying to demonstrate here. So you do that and move on. Continue, align it. Good. So that's how it goes. That's how you work on it. So let us quickly design this staircase. The first, let me check whether I have a lift in this space. I can put lift. Yes, I think I have lift car. Good. Yes, it's available. Yes, the lift is there. So this one is fixed. So you have lift here now, which is using. Good. So the next thing I need to do is the staircase to create. So I'm going to create staircase, then only one I'm creating, then I will replicate everything to any type of level I'm going when I want to do this section. So you pay attention to this particular thing we are doing here. It's very important in a design territory. So like we have said, I think something is not clear. The floor is supposed to have the extension to this point. So how do you do that? Just hide any part of what you have, then click here to say edit. At the editing part, you just need to follow suit by clicking the line to pick for you. So I've done this, break this into two, then okay, you need to still bring a line into this space. So fine. So you're done with that. The next is this, so you work on that as well. So break this into two and line it. Good. So you are done with this. So I'm going to do only one staircase, probably this particular one, and follow through. You can imagine out, so you'll be able to do everything that follow the same steps. So how do you do that? Click on stair. At the stair, just click on the create sketch. Do not follow the parts of it they are creating. So at this part, what you just need to do is that you create a boundary. The boundary should be aligned to the wall because it takes the extension of the whole space. So you do the same thing at this point. You do the same thing at this point as well. Okay. then you follow suit, and so that is the boundary you have created. It is not over. So you create a riser. At the riser, what you did with this is just like you put continue placing. So this is more easy for you to work on, because it's not that you have calculated anything. The design has been done for you for AutoCAD. Just follow this beautiful step and get what you need successfully. So as you have done that, what you need to do now is to make sure that everything is aligned to the space. So select that, select this one as well. Good. So you do the same thing here. Then select all. So if it's not working, just click and do it individually. So here you trim, and you trim, you trim. So you have it, you click to test whether it is not. What you need to do, whether it's an issue here, align this, align, then say click finished. So the statement say can't finish sketch because of what? There's no part. So you say cancel. So you need to draw part now. So your part can follow the same thing that they've done here. Just click here, click, click, and click. Get what I'm saying? So the same thing, you can draw the boundary and continue to draw it, and you say finish. So the part is being created. So you click finished. So the staircase is there. So can you see that it follows suit everything in the DT? So if you have it this way, you can just say move. So that will toggle it to opposite direction, and you get what you need in the way you want them to be in position. So that is how you work on the part of what of design. So this one will serve you right as the way the whole building is being transferred. So if you are doing more of dedicated assignment, so this is what you follow. So for the part that you have hidden this particular wall, so you can refill it back by clicking on refill hidden, then you click on it, then you say unhide the element, so it will come back to normal. Follow the suit to the whole walls back. So you do the same thing for any element if you want to hide and do some little bit of construction under there. So the same way you work on every part of design successfully. So you select this and say this will copy to wherever you see you want them to be. So you do the same work everywhere. So that's for that. So you can select and say copy. Good. To be done stable. So if you want them to be repeated somewhere else, you can do that and fixed. So that is how you do it. So this one is set. The next thing is that you want to create the aspect of window, but I'm not going to use normal window here. I'm going to use normal curtain wall. So how do I do it? Go to architecture, click on wall, select architectural wall, and you come to click on wall, select architecture, select this, and come down and say stop work, stop front. So you choose this. So you have chosen that one, you edit it by going to edit. Does not need duplicate, so you do it here and say exterior wall embedded, things like that, automatic embedded wall, and you go vertical grid. I'm using fix here. I'm going to use 120. So the layout is going to be fixed. And what am I going to do here is that I'm using the same 120. But one thing is that I'm not going to use mullion to do anything here, so I'm going to use none. I just want them to have line but not showing any. So that's how I'm going to do them. So that's it. So from here now I change this particular one. I change the base height to something higher, above 900. So 900 now plus that's a 120. So from here now I choose this to work with. Can you see? So it's going to give space for whatever I'm creating. Good. So I do the same thing here. So by the time you are looking at it from the elevation on 3D, you're going to see a pleasing design that suits your mindset. So before you continue with your elevation design in later round. So that's how you work. So when you look at it now from 3D, that's our reference for now. This is what we have created. So the windows are there. So as you have it here now, if you don't want this vertical line, like I don't want this horizontal line now, I want to change it. So click here and say horizontal. So the horizontal, I say no, don't want it. Say yes. Click. The horizontal line is supposed to develop this, decided to move. I did this. Adjust, okay. Just leave it that way. And say okay for your elevations. Those are the things you have created. Then here is saying 2100, which is not so as me 1200. Delete the elements. Yes, it's what I say. See, the thing is gone already. So you can see, select, go to 3D, select on distance in this view, then change it from connected to 1200. See, delete all the inappropriate elements. So don't need it. So that's how they work, and we are done with this. Switch. So you select that and you look at it from any west side. So these are the way the elevation is starting to form. So you take your attention. The way we are doing this is more different. We work with the interior, the sectional parts, interior part, and same time work. So if you want to do some demarcation like this, you click, say save, put all the door where this door are supposed to be for now. So this kind of demarcation, you don't need to model them because you just want to show them, except you want to do a 3D interior aspect of this. So that's why, but for now you need. So how do you do that? That will not reflect, because by the time you hide the what is it called, when you hide this AutoCAD file, you still need to maintain all the graphics pattern that you have already imported into this place. How do you do that? You click on annotate. From annotate, click on detailing. So select here. Then there are so many type of line, hidden line and all. So you just use the thin line for that. You can change the color if you want, but for now, let me just teach you how you can work on this on a normal dark line. But that is always the beauty of architecture in that aspect. So you click here. Can you see? So all those lines have been as override the line that you have on that place before. So wherever you have lines like that, like this security aspect, change it as well to give you what to do. So from entrance, if somebody is going to the floor above, you pass through here and you enter to that side and you get what you want to. So that's how it works. So you do that and you have the space to yourself. So select everywhere that is door so that you not make mistake. because when you are presenting to your clients, you likely ask of those that you need to present along together with what you have already been saying you do. So this is one aspect. So we are able to create staircase, this particular one here, using the line presenting for us. We were able to demarcate all these projects in this internal part. So using the method that have been available. So this is how you do work, and you'll be fast about it. Select and say copy multiple, then start from here, drop it on edge, and drop it on edge. Good. So we have done what we need to do to most of the design on this part. Mirror this. Good. So push it up. Fine. So that's how you do it. That's how you arrange it. You are done with the reasonable aspect of it. So the next thing we're going to do is to move to the next level and work definitely on it. So we're able to create staircase, do some detail work and things like that. So this will be aspect. So by the time we are going to work on what's it called, staircase detail, we do the remaining one. You see the way it follow and how to create staircase. Use this particular only one without design any other staircase on the first floor. Just choose a normal number index here and we get to any level of the floor we are going to. Everything is going to be aligned. Try to subscribe to our channel, follow us every day because we bring more of this design to you. Thanks for watching.